Just a reminder, 1 through 69 are in this room. 70 and above is in the smaller carpet room. 1 through 69.
Hey everybody, I'm Johnny Seymour. Welcome to Texas Cornhole League's signature series in Mesquite, Texas. What you're looking at live now is court number 2 on the main championship boards, starting of pool play. This is the open division. And we have on my left hand side, Matt Loria and Ernest Herrera. And on my right side, you got Luke Childress here in the all black, going with David West in the bag broker's jersey down there. Matt and Ernest probably started playing together probably about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer than that. And they both kind of progressed along with the game, and they just kept getting better and better. David is an East Texas guy, along with Luke Childress. Luke lives out in the Kilgore, Liberty City area, out in East Texas. David, I think, is from the Carthage area. They're throwing the 777s, Bag Brokers 777s. And I'm pretty sure Ernest and Matt are throwing a throwing stone bag. I can double check on that. Yeah, they're throwing minnows, which is Ernest being a throwing stone guy. I figured he'd be throwing a throwing stone bag. They're sporting the Cornhole Cartel jerseys, which a few years back, that was kind of one of the first groups to kind of originate. And there was a handful of guys in that group, and including Matt and Ernest and some other guys. Ernest Monara had a good group. They were kind of rivals of them boys. It was kind of a hold on. But they're getting their down and backs. Like I say, we've got open division pool play. That's what we got. I think they're going to play 4 pool play games. I'll pull up the brackets in my Scoreholio account, the pools, and see where we're at. But it's a signature event, which is always a big deal in the TCL world. I mean, there's always just big numbers at these events. You go to a regular tournament, you might have a really good turnout with 60, 70, 80, maybe even 100 people, but there's hundreds of people in this building and in the other room on the other side. I don't know what the total numbers were, but there's standing room only people just all around this venue. They got boards set up all over the place, so it's kind of a big deal here in Texas. And this venue is Mesquite, the Mesquite Convention Center, right next to the Mesquite Rodeo. And it's like we're starting here. David West got 4 on Ernest Herrera. Luke Childress with the first bag with the, I take that back. The scores are switched on the other end down there. Herrera got 4 on David West, so it's 4-0. Longoria and Herrera. Luke Childress for about a few months back, was just throwing really, really well out there in East Texas. And his job or something kept him from playing, and he kind of was trying to get his game back. He's a little bit rusty, but he was throwing really, really well. Let's see if I can find their pool. Layup shot by Matt. He feels like he liked that. He liked the placement of that bag. Tried to get that bag to come back. It's like another 2 points for Longoria. 6-0. First bag in by Ernest Herrera. Yeah, looks like they have 5 pool play games is what's scheduled on their pool here. They got everybody in this open division has tough pools. I mean, there's good players everywhere around. All the way around, there's really good players. David West is needing to make this bag for a wash. 8-5 right now. David goes slick side. Goes a little bit too hard, and that 777 does go in. That's for an 8-7 round, I believe. It's like he tried to go slick side and collect. 7-0. Matt Longoria with first bag, throwing that minnow. I think it's a 2.0 maybe. Throws it up, nice little arching shot. And Luke's bag, second bag is off to the right a little bit. It's going to have a hard time bringing that one back. Little right to left tilted shot by Matt, slides by it. I think he may have been trying to bully it for some reason, but I don't think he needs to. That one goes too far to the left. He's got him. Got a set of goalposts set up for Matt, and Matt drains a 4-bagger. Big Tex. That's what we call it here in Texas. And Luke leaves his a little short. It's a 6 spot for Matt, makes score 13-0. Ernest's first bag is kind of sitting on his left side of the hole. The vibration and the momentum of David's bag brought it in. And David left that one short right. I don't know if he's going to be able to bring that one up or not, but definitely not now. Ernest blocked him up. See if Ernest can step out. That's what I was thinking. Stepping out a little bit, get a little bit of an angle, see if he can grab that bag. He goes low and hard. He got it. What a shot. Good bag by Ernest Herrera. 10-6. That's 4 more. Makes it 17-0. They're making quick work of these two guys from East Texas. Now, David West and Luke haven't played a lot of open tournaments. They can play. They're pretty good players. And they're doing this. I've talked to David a lot. He wants to get the experience and play against some of the better players. He might take some whoopings, but he's okay with it. He's wanting to play against better people to learn and get better, and that's part of the progression of being a good cornhole player. And like I say, Luke was throwing really well a few months ago. Then he stopped playing for whatever reason, I think work, and he's having a hard time getting this game back. But, Luke is a player. Longoria can make this bag, and his next one is going to force Luke to make a shot. He locked him up. Now this is going to be an airmail attempt here because Luke lays up. He's got to make this bag. He's got to make this bag because he's at their own 17. That'd be a 4 spot if he laid up. So he's got to make this bag. He's going to go over the top. He's going airmail. Did not get it to go. It's a 10-6 round. Makes the final score 21-0. Longoria and Herrera. We'll see what game's coming up next. in this open division pool play. We've got Derek Good, Jeremy O'Connell against Ty Trevino and Q Cohee. I think Q is out of Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. You know, Derek Good playing up in that area north of Dallas area. He plays a lot in his region, and he does really, really well up there. Jeremy O'Connell is I like to call him an OG. He's been around a long time and has played a lot at the Mule Barn over there in Fort Worth area. So this may be a pretty good game too. Like I said, this is pool play. Let's see if I can see what bracket those guys are playing in. There's other games going on all over the place. Bags are flying. Got a little music in the background. Derek Good, Jeremy Connell, Ty Trevino, Q Cohee coming up. I'll be with you shortly. Yeah, this pool play game here is in the same pool of the game that we just watched. Let me see if I can find out what bags these guys are going to throw. I know that both Ty and Q are throwing stones, guys. So they're probably throwing a minnow. I'll find out. Yeah, I just asked Q what bag they're throwing. They're throwing the Wizard, which is a new bag that Taylor Stone came out with a few months ago, and he says it's arguably his most popular bag. I haven't actually thrown them myself, but everybody likes them, you know. I'm not sure what Derek and Jeremy are going to throw. Probably a center bag. Jeremy used to be a real fast bag player, and he threw fast bags a lot. I mean, like game changer type fast bags. And I think he's kind of changed his style of play a little bit, throwing a slower bag. Jeremy is an air mailing machine if he gets his airmail game going. He's played, like I say, he's been playing a long time and playing against some of the best players over there at the Mule Barn. And you play against the top level players over there at the Mule Barn, those guys are not going to let you slide in. Once they see that all you're doing is sliding in, they're going to throw a blocker and make you do something different. And Jeremy adapted, learned how to throw his airmail, and he got it figured out, and he's a top level player for sure. Like we're just what? Yeah, they're calling him over the loudspeaker right now. You can see if they can get him over here. We'll see if I can look at some other games. Terry Sweny and Haley Davidson are up 12-0 over Stephen Black and Donnie Greer. Anthony Delgado and Juan Pantoya III are up 10-8 over Freddie Rodriguez and Flo Zamora. Kyle Francis and Fretzer Johnson are up 11-9 over Cody Brooks and Corey Gann. Corey Gann is making a little comeback. Tracy Beeson and Denise McAvoy are beating Scott Beck and Xander Green 18-14. That's a pretty good game. And here's another really good matchup. Preston Isom and Cahill Isom are playing Dean Parker and Cody Gooch. Preston and Cahill are up 20-15. It's a pretty good game going on right there. Alex Ibarra, who was red hot yesterday in singles, and Mark Delagarza are losing 9-8 to Cale Harrell and Chase Lester. They won the last open doubles at the last signature event. Jeremy O'Connell shows up. They're throwing some looks like center prides, I think is what they're throwing. green and black and orange print center bag. I'll double check. Yeah, that's what Jeremy gave me the confirmation. They are throwing some prides. They'll throw a couple down and backs. Jeremy just got here. They'll let him get warmed up. And they'll start in this, like I say, this is their first game of the day in their pool. Just getting started here with open doubles today. Every signature event usually starts off with singles on Fridays, doubles on Saturdays, and they end up playing all the finals later on. And we'll have those televised. Terry and Haley went on to beat Stephen Black and Donnie Greer. They're back up against Ashton Paup and Riley and Claver. Those bags seem to be moving. Those prides seem to be moving really, really quick for Jeremy. Q with a little flop shot with that wizard, just dynamite went in. Not sure if these are starting yet or down in backs. Yeah, they started. Q had a big round there. It was like a 10-6 round. Makes the score 4-0 right off the get-go. Ty Trevino. A little flat block, level 1. Ty tried a flop skip shot. It went off the back. 2-for-1 push by Derek Good is in there. Another block, just a little bit off center. Forced him to go around it. Taps his head, taps his chest, says, my bad. 2-for-1 push attempt by Derek. Didn't get it, but he did get the bag to go in. That's a 10-7 round. Makes the score 4-3. Jeremy O'Connell with the first bag. He lines up, puts that right foot forward, lets it fly, gets a good extension on his hand. He's off to the left just a little bit. Q's going to sneak around that. Oh, he back blocked it. That was a good, smart decision right there. There's the airmail attempt. 2-for-1 airmail by Jeremy O'Connell. What a shot. A good little push shot for Coe. Locks things up. And he's got a chance to get 4 more here if he can get this bag to go in and chase that other one with it. He goes off to the right for an 8-8 wash. Let Jeremy O'Connell off the hook. Q had a chance to get some points on that one. Derek Good leading things off in round 4 early on. First bag's a little bit short right. There's a little skip shot that Ty likes, but he threw it just a little firm, it looked like. There it is. He landed a little shorter on the board that time, and it went right in. He just angles it. That's a great shot. Angles it in there. 6 for Good and 8 for Ty. Makes the score 8-6 that round. Brings the score to 6-3. Q Cohee from Oklahoma. Yeah, Jeremy got into that one pretty good. You can tell he reached and extended towards the hole pretty good on that. When he did, it bag goes right down the middle. Q's going to step out a little bit, see if he can grab that bag. Jeremy decides to lock him up, forces him back inside. Now he's got a little bit of an angle that Jeremy steps out to get a better angle to push that bag over a little bit, try to collect his. Left it there. Q skips, almost got it to go. It ended up sitting on the back of the hole about 9 o'clock. Jeremy goes slick side pretty firm, trying to get him to go. He got one of them to go. That's a 10-6 round. Makes the score 7-6. A Lassiter Plumbing lead change. Hadn't said that in a while. Derek's first bag's off to the right a little bit. He's going to take some special effort to get that one to come back. He left it alone, went right down the middle. Ty's got a good looking bag, tight revolutions. pushes it out here. His bag goes in for a 12, an easy game 4-bagger. Another lead change makes it 8-7. Q Cohee with the first bag. Little block off to the right a little bit. Jeremy's going to step out and try to get around it. I'm not sure if he'll try to bully it or not. He should. But he kind of turned it a little bit. Q can grab it. Just almost got it to go. Almost pushed it back too far. It's still near the hole. That wizard's pretty slippery. Jeremy locks it up. Q comes. Looks like he tried to come in behind it. Ended up going to the right, leaving Jeremy an open shot if he steps out. Get around shot by Jeremy O'Connell is good. That's a 10-8 round. Makes the score 9-8. They've been changing leads the past few rounds. Tie through that bag really deep. That one landed right about the arm of the throwing man, TCL's logo. He tried to get that one to come around that bag by that pride, but he ended up going that too far, and now see if he can get in there. He can't get it. He got it to come up behind it. Another 10-8 round. Makes the score 11-8. This is pool play, doubles, open doubles. They'll play, I think, 5 matches, 5 games to determine what tier they go into the bracket play later on this afternoon. Jeremy's first bag's deep left, about left center field, and it's probably not going to come back. Q throws one out there with him, tries to give him some company. He straightens that one out, gets it to go. And Jeremy throws one uncharacteristically too firm and off the back. Q's leaves his a little short. It's an 8-7 round for 1 point for Q. Score is now 11-9. Ty Trevino adjusts his hoodie, flips his bag, lets her fly, pulls it. Kind of pulled it to the left. The bag hit a hit and bounced right in the hole. And then he anytime that Derek puts a bag near the hole, I don't know if Ty's trying to throw a little right-left shot or what, but he ends up pushing it too far to the right. Just like there, Derek threw that one too deep. It ended up going to the left on the back of the hole. Airmail attempt by Ty didn't go, but one went in for a 7-7 round. A wash. Yeah, Ty went after that airmail trying to drag that bag, but it was just a little deep, bounced off. He says, man, you know what, this hoodie is bugging me, man. I'm going to take this hoodie off. So he's over undressing himself. Meanwhile, Q's got a chance to grab a couple points, but instead he played follow the leader with Jeremy's bag. Good little get-around shot at that angle by Jeremy. Yeah, that slippery little wizard fell right in. Jeremy extends and helps him out a little bit. I wonder if he'll go after it. He did not. He went in for a 10. Forces Jeremy to make a shot here to wash. He did not make it. It's a 10-8 round. Ties the score up at 11. He's going into round 12. He's got a chance to score some points as Ty's got 2 bags off to the right, 3. If he can get this one to sneak in, those are reverse cut effort. Didn't quite throw it deep enough. He had to be careful because he didn't want to knock that one bag in. That was a 10-6 round for 4 points for Derek Good. Makes the score 15-11. Fort Worth's own Jeremy O'Connell, the first bag. That center pride bag slides right in. A little flat block by Q Coe. That's the first block I've seen him throw lately. Jeremy goes up top. Nope, actually laid a back block. There's the flop shot that Q is so well known for. Airmail attempt by Jeremy O'Connell is from way downtown. Bang. A beautiful little flop and roll shot. We got some shots going on here. Another airmail by Jeremy O'Connell. It's 2-for-1 push attempt. Almost got it. Good effort by Q. 10-10 wash. Makes the score 15-11. That was probably some of the best shot making of the game so far right there. Some flops, rolls by Q, and some airmails by Jeremy O'Connell. That was fun to watch. Oh, a little short by Ty Trevino. Derek's got a chance to grab some points here. He's steady down the middle. Throwing about an 8-3, 8-4 clip right now. This round he's through a 12. Tied up with a 10. 12-10 for that round. Makes the score 15-11, 17-11. I guess they thought it washed. I thought unless Derek had one off, I thought that was a 12-10 round, but they got it as a 10-10 wash. Check that. I don't know if the score's not up. There it is. There's a score updated. I thought it was. I thought it was a 12-10. Just a delay in the scoring. I was just concerned there. Both guys got one off the back. Jeremy's got an opportunity to airmail. He left it short. Q's got a chance to go 2-for-1 push to get 2 points. Those slick side, got it. Good looking bag by Q. Makes it 17-13. Q's got a good looking throw, good looking bag, flight. Got good revolutions on it. Good trajectory, nice and flat. Ty's got one off to the right. Derek's got one off to the left. Stuck in the middle with you. Yeah, sounds like a song. That's kind of sitting on the back. Vibration of the board may get it to go. It did. 10-10 wash. Score remains 17-13. Going into round 17 in this open pool play game. And Q's first bag went left right out of his hand. Sitting on the left side. Jeremy should be able to play off of it. That's trouble. Jeremy makes it 12. That's a ball game. Unless that bag can be brought in some. Jeremy's taking his time. He knows the situation. He knows that he makes all his bags. He put the perfectly placed bag that forces Q to go in with him. He sets up behind him. Jeremy can lay up still and still be in good shape. He's going to try to split them. See if he goes slick side. He did. I don't know if his bag fell or not. Derek kind of nodded like it did. That forces Q to make a decision here. Ty recommends us take a timeout and talk about it. Jeremy's got each of them have one bag left. Ty wants him to do a reverse cut, trying to use his bag to kind of pinball off of it. You know, if Q goes flop, I guess this bag did go in, he'll have a 6. And Jeremy's got 2 in the hole, 1 on the board. Depending on what he did with his bag, he could either get 2 or he could get 4. He goes slick side off of it. Got it to go. Nice looking slick side shot. Now he got 2 of them to go. Jeremy's going to try to collect this bag that's sitting in just right of the center. He goes slick side, too firm, and instead of getting where he was getting points, a good-looking shot by Q ends up salvaging a wash. What a round. Indicators Derek Good. One of those center prides. Flop shot by Ty Trevino is money. 2-for-1 collect by Good. He left that one off to the right a little bit. Good can collect a couple points here. He got it. Makes it 17-13. We're a one-bag miss type of situation from ending this game. Jeremy's first bag's a little bit to the right, kind of out of play. It takes something pretty special to bring it back. And right now he's up 19-13. He can afford to give up 2. Doesn't need to give up more. Q kind of left him an opening there. Q flops, leaves it short. Slick side 2-for-1 push, splitting both of those two minnows is what he was trying to do, and he got it to go. Good shot by Jay O'Connell. Q goes slick side 2-for-1, didn't get it to go. The bag skips past on the back of the hole for a 10-6 round. That's ball game. That pool play win goes to Derek Good and Jeremy O'Connell. Up next, we got Adam Herring, Jessica Lopez, Kyle Francis, and Fletcher Johnson coming up next. Other scores, we got Terry Sweny and Haley Davidson, 20-10 leading over Ashton Paup and Rylan Claver. Brandon Greger and Kevin Mesa, who threw really well yesterday, are beating Juan Silva and Philip Sacedo 16-13. Josh Hellman and Johnny Gouveia beat Dean Parker and Cody Gooch 21-15. This is open pool play in this specific bracket that we're looking at here. But on court 2, we got Adam Herring and Jessica Lopez, both sporting the girls throw 2 t-shirts. I have not seen Adam and Jessica play much, but they're playing in the open division. That tells you that they can play. Fletcher Johnson is who we're waiting on just now, but he'll be here shortly. It's not hard to miss. He's a big old tall guy. My man Kyle Francis is a air conditioner guy, repair guy out in East Texas. He lives out in Tyler. His wife is the Apple Girl. She owns a Apple store where she sells candied and decorated type apples and is blowing and going out there in Tyler, Texas, just wearing them out. But a couple of really good folks there. Let's see if I can figure out what bag they're throwing. I'll be with y'all in just a second here. Yeah, Adam and them are throwing the Archangel. Just double check with him. They're out of the Clean, Texas area. I don't remember seeing them play a whole lot because of because of their proximity where they play all the time. I'm out in East Texas, so I don't see a lot of people that play up here that much. Adam's got a high arching shot. Looks like Kyle is texting his partner, Fletcher Johnson, saying, Fletcher, let's go. We're up on court 2. Not sure where Fletcher is, but that's who we're waiting on. We'll get this game underway. It's a pool play game in the open doubles. Scott Beck and Xander Green are up 8-3 over Blake Holly and Jeremy Beeson. Juan Silva and Philip Saceda, 19-17 over Brandon Greger and Kevin Mesa. Over on court number 3, Donnie Greer and Stephen Black against Oscar Maria Marina. Aaron Espieta. Adam Herring and Jessica Lopez going the arch angle. Arch Angel. Here comes Fletcher. Radio personality for KVNE out of Tyler, Texas. Really good player. He's been playing for a few years now. I saw him when he first started, and he was always pretty steady, but he's a top tier level player right now. He can put the bag in the hole for sure. And Kyle has gotten a lot better because he was always pretty decent player, but he's really upped his game a lot to the point where he's a force to be reckoned with for sure. But they're doing their down and backs. I expect maybe a couple more, give Fletcher a chance to throw some, and then they'll probably start him up. I'm not sure what flavor gum Fletcher's wearing, but I can tell you it's called Wore Out because he chomps on that gum. It's like they're throwing some OC bags. They got the world champion Texas Ranger brand. Design made by Olympus Cornhole. Let me find out what those are. Yeah, they're throwing the Kratos. I thought it was Kratos. Kyle likes that bag. He throws a real hard, low bag, and it's kind of a contrast to his partner because Fletcher has a real nice arching delivery, and he used to always throw faster bags, but he's figured out how to get these slower carpet bags to move a little bit, and he throws the dog out of those bags. I would imagine after they throw these bags back down here that Adam and Kyle will probably start things up. Jessica Lopez throwing the Arch Angel. Kind of a lime green in color. It's like they're ready to roll. Fletcher said, just give me a couple down and backs. I'll be ready. Let me throw 8 bags and I'll start swinging. And they give knuckles and get ready to start this pool play open doubles game. Adam with first bag. A little bit short to the right. Probably out of play. He finishes with a 10. Kyle finishes with a 12, a big Tex. Easy game, 4-bagger right off the get-go for Kyle Francis. Makes the score 2-0. Little high arching right to left tilting shot by Fletcher Johnson. Fletcher goes slick side, tries to get that bag to collect. It didn't collect, but he did put his bag in a good spot. Jessica leaves hers kind of short, but she did knock his in. She's got a chance to get some points. Oh, she ended up throwing hers off right there with him. Tilted shot by Fletcher was deep. 6-2 right now. She goes 2 for 1 push. Didn't get it to go. 6-3. PPR killer right there. Makes the score 5-0. Kyle Francis with the first bag. He's 5 for 5. Good little pickup by Adam Herring. What a shot. Kyle's just down the middle. Francis's fourth bag. He'd made 7 straight. That bag is 26 and 8 inches. But Adam says, man, let me give you a hand. He picks it up for him for a 12-12 wash. My man Kyle Francis starting out with back-to-back 12s here on court number 2. I'm joined by Trey Sparks, who's taking a break between games.
Good morning, Johnny Seymour. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
Phenomenal. I just wrapped up my first rounders match through a 9.5. Got the dub 21-17 with old Keith Ledwig. Shout out Keith Ledwig for pairing up with me this weekend. Got a one-sided match so far. Fletcher Johnson and Kyle Francis up 9-0 on Adam and Jessica. Got a pretty steady round right here. Adam leaves one a little bit to the right. They're going to get a couple more points. They're going to extend that lead to 11-0 with Fletcher retaining first bag.
Yeah, Kyle's missed 2 bags this game. He's been throwing really, really well. See if Jessica can capitalize on that first bag missed by Fletcher, but she kind of back blocked herself, and now she's got another one back there. Fletcher didn't have a flop shot, so I don't know if he's going to airmail. Kyle recommended a back block, and that's exactly what he did. Puts it in a perfect position. Now she can step out and throw a hard slick shot, but she stays where she's at. Throws it, I think it was a level 3 grenade. It wasn't a big grenade, but it was a grenade nevertheless. Goes off the side. Now the score's 14-0.
Fletcher and Kyle in commanding lead of this one. This is just rounders for open doubles. Kyle with his first bag in. Adam a little outside. Kyle takes away his lane. Adam puts a second one a little bit farther out. Kyle swings through with that right arm. Now he's got a huge lane on slick side to be able to take them all. And that's a big time flush right there for Kyle Francis. And they're going to get,
That's tough.
That's big mistake. So that's going to give them another 6.
Yeah, they're making quick work of
They
these
are.
2 from Killeen, Texas. Kyle's been a really improved player the past year or so.
I agree with that.
I mean, he has been playing a lot and gotten a lot better. Used to be pretty erratic, but he has really honed in and been playing really well.
Did he used to have a temper?
It seemed like he did.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's just.
Seems like it's calmed down quite a bit.
Well, that might be the game.
And that's
going
to be it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's going to be it. Unfortunately, Jessica throws it off the right side of the board, giving Fletcher 1. They're going to go ahead and snag that one 21-0. But next up on court number 2 in Shreveport.
Yeah, let's go to Shreveport, baby.
In Mesquite, Texas. We're going to have Josh Murdock and his partner Bryson Good versus Jesse Gardner and Landon Villarreal.
Oh, my goodness. Showtime, baby.
Showtime, Josh Murdock. I wish I had a bag that had a whole bunch of Showtime in it that I could reach into every now and then.
Man, you don't?
I don't.
I need to talk to somebody about that. You're deserving. You need to have your own.
All I got's a little bag with binoculars in it when I hit the old the 12-bagger. Hey,
that's you though.
That is me.
That is you.
And I'm gonna say this out loud because it's an unpopular opinion, and I like giving unpopular opinions because it creates controversy and it creates some critical thinking from others.
Wow, that's a lot of big words you just threw out there.
I think everyone should have a little 4-bagger celebration.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Get yourself going. Get yourself hyped up. Throwing 4-baggers, that's important. But that's maybe also why I'm in advance, is I get myself too hyped up and then I start spraying it like a sprinkler. Who knows? Nevertheless, you will see binoculars coming from T Sparks all day.
Yeah, you will.
Yes, sir.
Jesse and Landon are throwing the Apex bag. I'm not sure which one it is. Surge? Is that a? I can't tell what it is.
Looks like a.
Can't tell what bag it is they're throwing now.
I don't know, but he throws it pretty well.
Bryson and Josh are throwing is that Lust?
Absolutely.
You don't see a lot of Lust thrown these days.
No, you don't.
They're doing their down and bags. They'll be getting started here shortly. Yeah, they're throwing Summits.
The Apex Summit.
I knew that's what it looked like on the side. What'd I say, Surge?
Surge, yes. Yeah.
Surge, Summit. You know, it's got an S in it.
Yeah, Surge the Summit.
That's good stuff. You don't get that just anywhere. You know, you got to be pretty special to get stuff like that. Let's see.
Court 96.
Is it Jesse or Landon that's down here on the right?
Yeah, you sure is. You're right.
Which one?
You're absolutely right.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say
I'm going to say this is Landon.
I was going to agree with that. He looked. There we go.
That's how you do that, right?
All right. Showtime just reached into his bag, pulled out a big handful of fist pump, gave it to his partner, Bryson Good. They're spinning it up. They're getting ready to rock. Open doubles.
Showtime Murdock throwing that center Lust. Not sure what colorway they call that.
It's one of the old school colorways.
It is. It's something to do with. I don't think it's cotton candy, but nevertheless, he made a nice little pickup right there.
Yeah, that was sweet as gold. Did you miss that one, Johnny?
Yes, good as gold.
Cotton candy, sweet as gold.
But
Let me see the Tootsie Roll.
And the 10-10 wash.
Right. Good way to start. Get the first bags out of your hand on the board. Get through one round.
Yeah,
Let's see what Landon and Bryson can do. Bryson, up and coming player from Wise County.
Is that Decatur area?
It is Decatur.
Can't get much by me.
Whew. These guys just ripping these bags.
I'm smarter than I look.
Each one of them, 3 for 3.
I mean, I look ugly, look dumb.
4 for 4. Boy, just go ahead, young gentlemen. Make my job easy. That's a double easy game 4-bagger. Couple of big Texas going around. Score to remain 0-0 after rounds of 10 wash and 12 wash.
Can't believe these guys are throwing 12s down here. Josh has got a couple bags stacked up to the right. A real smart defensive type shot by Jesse right there, locks him up. Josh has got about half a hole, a little more than half a hole to work with. He goes up top for an airmail, gets all of them to go way downtown. Bang! Josh Showtime Murdock with the airmail drag. Tried to get a little push action. Did bring his bag a little closer. See if Josh goes for the little right-left cut shot here. He did not. He goes in with it. For a big Tex. Easy game 4-bagger for both these guys.
Still no score. Still no score. This could be a long one.
At this pace, you know, they just keep making bags.
That's the first miss from this side. Landon, I don't know if he's going to abandon that bag. It looks like he might. Bryson is just nails right now.
He is, isn't
Lefty on the outside of the board. Landon bombing that one into the back of the hole. And that is going to be the first score of the game. Bryson Good, averaging a 12 at the moment, is going to pick up 2 points.
Like it's nobody's business, right?
Now,
like he's done it a gazillion times.
And he does. He's got about 21 sets of boards over there in Wise County to practice on every day. I don't know if he has enough or if he invites people over.
You know, that's the second time that Murdock's first bag went off to his left, and last time he ended up with an airmail drag to recover it. But I don't know. Oh, she kind of Jesse kind of locked him up a little bit there. Murdock's just content with blocking him back. He set it right on top. Those 3 bags, if one of them goes, they're all going to go. Murdock's kind of flipping, making a decision. Landon saying, man, just slide up in there. And he did, but the vibration of the board on this next bag, something is about to fall.
Oh, that's an early timeout.
Early timeout. You know, it's not even in the second quarter yet, and he calls a timeout. You know, usually you got to save those for critical parts of the game, but 2-0 early on, you can probably depend on your partner to kind of give you some heads up on what he thinks you should do. But they figured they'd both talk about it, and that's all right too. You can't take those timeouts with you, so might as well use them, right? Jesse steps out a little bit to get a better angle, and he just ended up sitting on kind of top of him for a 6-4 round. Makes the score 2-2.
Landon places a level 1 block in front of Bryson to change his eye level, and sure enough, Bryson misses for the first time. And he rips it absolutely out into right field, definitely not coming back. Landon unable to take advantage of it at this point. Okay. It's going to be interesting to see Murdock's facial expressions throughout the day if Bryson doesn't throw super great. And he gives him the okay to go up and off the back. It's going to be I believe 5-on-2. It's going to bring the PPR down for Mr. Good from 12 to not 12.
That's probably going to be in the 9 range. Both of these guys, Jesse and Josh, J squared, are making bags. That's a good get-around shot by Jesse. Murdock's got some work to do to grab that bag to go. He did. He bounced it in. 12 by Jesse Gardner. 10 by Josh Murdock. Makes the score 7-2. They've kind of opened up a little lead here early on.
Josh is moving to the talking game. He just chatted up old Jesse Gardner down there. Man, Landon's bag is beautiful to watch. He's got a great grip, beautiful throw. That one was a little left, but other than that, this is a young as the people call him, young shooter. Got some young shooters. Woo! Get around bag from right to left. Such a clean bag. Bryson, a little too much muscle from that from that left arm. Jesse's he's in.
Oh, wow.
I wondered about that today.
Tough
right
break.
Yeah.
Tough break right there. Got 2 of them off the back. 11-2.
You think Murdock puts pressure on you as his partner?
No, he shouldn't. I don't think he does. You know, he plays at such a high level. You want to perform with him to not be the weak player of the two. But you know, Bryson's
got game.
He's been playing a little bit. You know, he's been playing a lot, and he's been around for a little bit. But I don't know if that would get to him or not. He just may be trying too hard. I don't know. But
Sure.
the guys they're playing against aren't missing much.
No, the guys are. I mean, everyone in open's good.
Almost a good little right to left get around cut shot by Murdock. Didn't quite go in. 10-8 round makes the score 13-2. Pretty comfortable lead for Jesse and Landon.
I'll tell you what, after the first 3 rounds of washes, we've had some explosive rounds since. A lot of scoring. Landon with, God, I'm so envious.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. I like the way he grips it. I like the way he throws it. He's not in a hurry. A lot of people should take note. A lot of people should take note on this kid's poise. Landon with an easy game four-bagger from right to left. And Bryson going to go ahead and get 10 himself. It's going to give Landon 2 more. This is a game of death by twos. Great shot.
Landon now the Burleson area. That area is producing some pretty good players these days. They're playing smart. You know what I mean? They're not being overly aggressive. They're putting the bag in the right spots. Josh Murdock with almost a really good backside airmail. Didn't get it to go. A flop and roll shot, as I say, they're being pretty conservative. He throws a flop shot off the bag. Murdock's probably going to go up again. Does a more higher arching, got all of it. Forced another miss by Jesse. Murdock can have a chance for a 12 here for a 5-point round.
Should be 4. 12 on 8.
I thought it.
That one didn't go off.
I thought from the score thing had it blocked. I thought it went off the back.
Barely hanging on.
15-6.
Boy, Bryson with an open board is pretty deadly when he gets that first bag.
You noticed that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when his line is unimpeded, kid throws fire.
Yes. Feels pretty good about that placement. Almost got it.
Almost got it.
Almost got it to go.
Mini run here for Josh Murdock and Bryson Good.
15-8. Showtime Murdock. I like that name. It fits him good, doesn't it?
Sure does. I've said for a long time, if he got to practice as much as everyone else got to practice, I think he would be the best player in TCL.
Man, he's always been good. I mean, I've been playing as long as I've been playing, and he's been around. He's always been so consistent, so steady, and just a tough competitor. There's a 4-bagger. 12-10 round, gives him 2 more. All of a sudden, it's 15-10.
And if you ever slow-mo his grip and throw, it's phenomenal to watch him put his index finger on the bag in the middle of the throw. And he gets that from his old washer throwing days. Bryson leads out a little short. Landon's going to give him something to look at.
Ooh, almost.
He's going to give him some more to look at. Uh-oh. Grenade off the back. He needs to block this up or else Landon's going to...
Murdock says, give me an airmail. Jesse says, push it in.
Yes.
Slick side?
For the win?
Oh!
No. Wow. That would have been for the dub.
Hey, is he related to the John Villarreal?
I don't know.
I just noticed him over there in the bleachers over there watching the game as if he's watching with interest.
Oh, quite possibly. Would that be a father or a brother?
That's what I'm thinking. But they don't look alike. But maybe they do. You know, I don't. What do I know? I'm from East Texas.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have Villarreals out there in East Texas. Couple bags off to the left for Murdock. Sign of trouble here because it's a 17-10 game.
Yeah,
he's got to make this bag because right now it's 10-5. Airmail attempt is long and down.
That's going to be game.
Ball game.
Jesse Gardner, Landon via Real. Take down Showtime. Josh Murdock and Bryson Good in open bracket. Next up on court number 2, we're going to have Hunt County Baggers, Terry Sweny and Haley Davidson against John Reyes and Jeremiah Aguirre.
Remember the guy that played basketball for the Mavericks named Aguirre?
Mark Aguirre?
You remember him?
That was Aguirre, yes.
Was
White guy, right?
You remember? No, it was a black guy. It was a black guy named Aguirre.
The first name's definitely Mark, though.
I don't remember his first name. That's why I was kind of asking. I can't remember his first name, but I remember what college he went to.
Oh, geez.
For weird things. I don't know why I remember he played at DePaul.
DePaul in the Big East.
Yeah, and the coach that coached him was a guy named Ray Meyer. And that guy ended up, I remember whenever the Mavericks drafted, and Mark Aguirre sounds about right. I don't know if that's his first name or not, but he was a really good player for the Mavericks. And at DePaul also. I mean, he was the reason that DePaul was significant, I thought, more so than the coach. But the coach had been there for a long, long time. Terry and Haley. It's like they're going to be throwing some Believers, the new center Believer bag. Now, these right here were thrown for the first time yesterday.
This bag
that they're throwing, because it was they just got them broke in, and Haley threw them in singles yesterday. And somebody had told me and informed me that, I think Chase Lester told me that the bags got broke in, and that was the first time that they've been played in a game.
So if they're new, how are they already broken in?
Well, they got broke in. Somebody broke. I mean, they broke them in or whatever. But
I see.
Yesterday was the first time she played a game with them.
Gotcha. Yeah, I played her in singles yesterday, and she threw that that white on white big center Elvis.
Yes. I hadn't been playing the past 2 or 3 months, and so the Elvis bag has been redone. It's a smaller template, and this bag and the Commandment, I haven't thrown them all. Hadn't even touched them. I threw a little bit last night, and they're not bad. I mean, they're not a bad bag. I guess it's a personal preference on what you like.
Sure. Well, I paired up with BG for North Texas League, and we're throwing his teal Commandments. And I don't throw a lot of center cornhole bags.
Yeah.
Obviously, being on the Throwing Stone team, and then before that, Bag Brokers. But I'm a fan of BG's Commandments.
What is it about them you like?
It's the same carpet as the Wizard that I throw.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. That's what I was
Herringbone?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hadn't been around, so I hadn't seen the bags. I've heard about them. But they feel they got it. They fit your throw pretty good, huh?
They do. My new throw. This kid right here on the left, I'm not sure. I know it's not John Reyes, so that's going to be Jeremiah.
Marcus
this
brother.
This kid could charge.
Really?
For a clinic on how to throw the bag. The start of his throw is a little bit unconventional, but his release point and where his palm is looking when he releases the bag is it's impeccable. He's got great bag flight. Oh, wow. Mark Aguirre. DePaul.
I was told a trivia question. I'll let you ponder on it.
Okay.
Anybody else that wants to chime in on it. And I'm going to say the year was 19. The year is important. It was 77. 1977. That puts a lot of people out of the loop because they weren't around much back then. But in 1977, the Major League Baseball Rookie of the Year, the Basketball NBA Rookie of the Year, the NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, and the AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year all have the same first and last initial. Yeah.
What's the initial?
A.D. And I knew them all except one. And I should have known it because of where he went to college. I should have known it, but I did not.
78 in the NBA. Hold on.
77.
77 in the NBA.
77, 78 season, whatever. But, yeah, but the reason it was is because it was one of the players, their team won a championship in their significant sport.
A.D.
That's
wild.
I'm going to tell you the first one.
Okay.
Adrian Dantley in the NBA.
Oh, yeah. Adrian
Played at Notre Dame. Remember Adrian Dantley?
Oh, well, I mean, that's 6 years before my time.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It kind of puts people out.
Yeah. Adrian Dantley. I do remember the name, though.
Yeah, Adrian Dantley played for the Pistons and a couple other teams.
He was on the Pistons when they were the bad boys.
Yes.
With Bill Lambier and Isaiah Thomas.
That's right.
Joe Dumars. Those boys.
Joe Dumars from Natchitoches, Louisiana. The baseball player was Andre Dawson.
Chicago Cubs.
Remember him?
I do. Long, lanky right fielder.
Power.
Absolutely. He was right fielder, but he batted left-handed and just exploded onto the scene, hit tons of home runs in Chicago. And then actually, did he start off with the Expos?
I think you're right.
How do I know that, Johnny?
It's just stuff you remember. Yeah. It's like they're getting ready to spin this bad boy up.
Whew. Tyler Townley in advanced doubles, throwing a whopping 11.33 with a 6.33 DPR.
That's cheating.
That's called padding your stats.
That's crazy.
Jose Guzman hit the practice boards, my man.
Wow.
Tony Jari throwing an 11.3 with a 4.33 DPR.
What are these guys doing?
I don't know, but he played against a guy named Debo.
Guy named who?
Debo.
Let it whip.
Like Samuel.
Make it whip. Let it whip. Something like that. Remember that song by Devo?
Oh, Devo? This is Debo.
Devo. Do you remember that song or no?
No. You remember this song that just came on?
Yeah, my wife is from Minnesota. I've heard this song a lot.
Oh, okay. Is Little Troy from Minnesota?
This guy is.
Little Troy is?
Is that who this is?
That's Little Troy.
Oh, when I heard the intro, I didn't recognize the song.
Yeah,
when I heard the intro, I thought it was Little Red Corvette by Prince.
This is Want to Be a Baller.
I can't hear it very well.
You think we're playing Little Red Corvette here at Sig here in Mesquite? Johnny Seymour? No. It's Rap Saturday. Don't you know that? We're going to hear the same 21 songs for the next 16 hours, my man. And then late night, you're going to hear Herrera going like this.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
All right, another action up on the main courts. We have Jim Abdella and Dylan Cenero, North Texas players, with a 12-6 lead over Ryan Ashby and Ryan Mack. And then coming up on court number 1 in the advanced bracket, we've got Robert Canada and Carlos Guzman versus Eric Delgado and Haley Ramirez.
Robert's making a little comeback. He hadn't played for a while. I was talking to him for the first time last night in a long time. I haven't seen him, and he's bringing his bags. You notice the bag that he's using? It's his daughter's cheer bag. That tells you where he's been.
Gotcha.
He's got a backpack with his daughter's bag. That's how, he doesn't have a Zuka or a bag to use whatever. He uses his daughter's cheer bag to carry his bags in. That tells you how the loop he's been.
And I'm just going to let you know, there is a 47.2% chance that's a Rebel Athletic cheer bag. My wife works for Rebel Athletic.
47.2?
Yep. They have about 47.5% of the cheer market.
I was wondering, that was just kind of a random number. I didn't know if that was something that you actually researched or if that's just an estimated guess. Or...
Shout out Rebel Athletic in Dallas, Texas. If you got little girls and boys that like cheer, Rebel Athletic is the gear you need.
That's where you're going with,
yep.
Huh? That's awesome sauce.
Scratch that varsity crap. Hit up Rebel Athletic. Courtney Sparks can be your rep.
John Reyes. Terry Sweny going back and forth here. That bag may go in. It's kind of slippery. It gets moving in. Both of them win. They knocked them all in. What a shot by Terry. Another OC Kratos. This bag's going to go in for a 12 if he can get this one to go. He centers it up. 12-10 round. 2 more points added to Reyes. And Aguirre makes the score 7-4 in this open doubles pool play game. I think this is game number 2, maybe 3 for Terry and
Shout out Devin Stuckley, always watching on a Saturday. Thanks for reaching out and telling Johnny Seymour and I what a great job we're doing. Appreciate it, sir.
Devin, we're just doing the best we can. We're just two small guys from small towns. Doing the best we can. Jeremiah's got a bag in a bad spot. He's trying to avoid it and giving it a little bit of extra arch, and it's kind of throwing him off a little bit, but he centers that one up pretty good.
He does. Oh.
I don't think that's where she was trying to throw that bag.
No, she was trying to hit that. She was trying to hit that gap.
She was, but she pulled it.
Yeah. John Reyes is an up-and-coming player out of West Texas. He throws the Minnow 2.0.
Yeah, he's a Hub City guy.
He is.
I can tell because he wears a Hub City jersey.
Boy, nothing gets past the Wizard, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. You got to be on your game.
Oh, Johnny Seymour has brought his A game today.
Terry's got one off to the left. Meanwhile, Reyes is just putting them in the hole. That's going to be an 8 for T if he can make this last bag. 12 right there. Look at, he nods his head in approval, gets it back from his partner.
Easy game 4-bagger.
Terry's like, man, what do you want me to do?
Yep, Terry just
put it in.
Yep.
Minimize here. Don't go chasing it, give up 2 more. Just put this bag in the hole and see if you can get your partner to help you out, because right now you're in a bind. It's 11-4. See if Haley can relax and keep her bag down the middle.
All right, 11-4. Jeremiah's got first bag. That beautiful swing, beautiful bag control. His bag control is almost probably on par with Mason Vega. And well, that's saying a lot.
That is saying a lot.
He's got the tilt. He's got the speed. He's got the landing spot. This kid is. I like watching him.
Well,
play.
I'll tell you what else he's got. He's got the Air Jordans. Old school. Look at his. His weren't bought for. He didn't get those for Christmas.
No, he did not. Oh, good bag. How is that not in the? Who makes these bags?
Oh, he just gave it up.
All right, Seymour, I'm up on 26, sir.
Hey, throw him straight, Tiger.
I will. You want to hit paws on me? Good luck.
All right, I got it from here. It's 11-4, I think. Let's see what the score. I don't think they would think that was 3 points for Haley. 11-7 makes it a 4-point game. Terry's going to try to keep his bags down the middle this round. He struggled that last round. There's the first one almost in the hole. John's got one off to the right. Not sure it's going to come back. Terry lets him off the hook and throws it short left. See if he can put this one in the hole. He did for a 10. Reyes gets his to go for a 10 also. 10-10 wash. 11-7. Jeremiah Aguirre. Haley Davison fixing to turn him loose. Haley's first bag's a little short right. She can collect it unless Jeremiah bullies it out of the way. He throws a little right-left tilted shot, and just like that, locks it up. Haley tried to come in behind it, but she ended up going off to the left. Now, this is where Jeremiah can go slick side and collect his bag and bully her first bag out of the way, and he does. Unfortunately, he threw it too far to the right. Terry asked her to just kind of set it behind it, and she did, but if he has a flop shot, he can make it work for him here, but I'm not sure that he does. Let's see what he does. He goes slick side, tries to get it to go, but I think she can bump those blue Kratos, and her back bag may be slippery enough to fall in, and that's what Terry's trying to get her to do. And that was a good spot. Her bag fell. Now he can possibly do the same thing. John's asking to kind of cut it And he's got a right to left tilted shot. Maybe he can go slick side and grab a couple bags here. He goes slick side really firm. Almost got it to go. Ended up with a 6-6 wash. They kind of locked up on him a little bit. That's a good effort by Aguirre. Terry throwing that new center believer bag, Lone Star edition, named after Ty Thompson. Looks like that was an airmail tip by John. Ill-advised. Typically, you kind of wait until you need to throw an airmail, but Terry comes in with an effort to roll shot, back-loaded roll shot. Didn't get any reaction out of it. That's what John probably should have done the first bag that he threw his back block, but he threw it on his first effort, and it was long. And there's another roll attempt. Got it to tumble in. Terry Sweny getting that believer to work. I believed it whenever I saw it. Maybe you will too. Airmail attempt is short again. Knocks one of Terry's in. Right now he's looking at 7-1. She wants him to try to do a little reverse cut, or let's see what he does. He's got it back loaded. No, he just went reverse cut. Didn't get it to go. John can save a face a little bit here by throwing a slick-sided push and splitting the two believer bags and maybe getting his Kratos to go 2-for-1 collect here. Let's see what he does. He's flipping his bags, making his choice. Gets it to feel just right. Lets it rip. Throws it too far to the left for a 8-2 round. That's a 6 spot. Lassiter Plumbing lead change makes the score 13-11. See if Aguirre can get them back on the plus side here of the score. Haley Davison setting up the boards a little bit to her likings. Her first bag is up and in. See if Haley can stay down the middle, keep it tight. She did. Good looking get around shot from her angle. That's a tough angle for her. She can just keep it tight. That's not a bad spot. Jeremiah throws a little right to left cut shot. He may be able to get it to go. He did. Good looking skip, get around shot by Aguirre. Makes 10-10 round. Score remains 13-11. Terry's first bag's off to the right. Got a tip of the corner in the hole, but that's not going to be enough, I don't think. Especially with John bullying it out of the way and locking it up. Terry's still got opportunity to make 3 bags, though. Unless you lock it up like that. And that bag may come back. That Kratos is kind of slippery by John. It's not in a bad spot. Terry's going slick side, trying to collect something here. Did get the one that was sitting to fall. The bag that he threw just laid up. I think he wants to throw him a block here. But he throws slick side, goes and gets it. Ends up pushing Sweny's bag off the back. I think they call that a Sara Bope. Check that. Bar soap. Nice looking shot there. It worked out, but I don't know if that's what he was trying to do, because whenever he hit it, he kind of was surprised. It really got Sweny all jacked up. He threw his 3rd, 4th bag. And then that bag there was an airmail. Like, I don't know if he was trying to airmail and one or not, but he did get it to go. That's an 8-6 round. Score is tied 13-13. Jeremy's got a chance to grab some more points as Haley's bag is becoming more and more out of play. She locks things up a little bit. A slick side 2-for-1 push is what they should call for here. Let's see if he gets it to work. Yep, he got it locked up. That's a really good bag. Haley goes slick side. The grip must not have bit right because she threw it off the side of the board. Tell she's pretty unhappy with that shot. That effort wasn't her best. Can't tell if one of his fell in. Terry wants her to kind of step out and hit between those two bags, kind of minimize here. I think it's 8-2 right now. That would be a big number if she cannot get this to convert. She went airmail, got it from way downtown. Haley Davidson with the airmail. 16-13. Couple replacement bags, back block and replacement. Yeah, John kind of double clutched there because he wasn't sure. He was thinking about doing something, but now he's just going to lay it behind and lock things up. But he missed. Now Terry's got his chance to go slick side push 2-for-1 to grab 2 points, get him within 16-15. He did it. Good looking shot. 2-for-1 push by Terry Sweny is good. Converts it, makes the score 16-15. Going into round 15. Haley's thrown at a 7.43 clip so far against Jeremy Aguirre's 7.86. Little blocker about level 2 V. Haley tries to come in behind it. You tell us what she was trying to do. She ended up missing. Her bag goes off to left field. She's not going to get that one to make its way back. She says she can keep this one centered. She says, no, I'm just going to flop it and roll it like I know what I'm doing. I wasn't expecting that out of her, but it worked out for her. 2-for-1 slick-sided push. May get 3-for-1 here. Let's see what he does. He goes firm on the slick side. Got one of them to go in. The other one kind of brought a little bit closer. She tries to go around it. Instead, she locks him up. Let's see if he can airmail. Airmail drag would be a great shot, but he may just try to lay it behind it, or not sure if he'll flop. We'll see. He's unsure what he wants to do. He actually could throw a right to left cut on the outside, clip his bag. It would fall. Now, the bag that he threw might go off the back, but he would still have a 9-8, get points. Let's see what he does. They're talking about it. John's giving him some options. Jeremiah thinks about it. They're unsure what they're going to do. He's still kind of unsure what they're going to do. They're still making the. Here he goes. He goes up. Airmail deep. Good thing is he only gave up 1 point. That's an 8-7 round. So it's 16-16. Terry's first bag is in a pretty good spot, almost in the hole. Can't get much better than that. He did get John to throw one off to the left a little bit, but Terry followed him over there, and his is in worse spot. Another one over there by John is over there. He's disgusted with himself. So Terry can get this one nice and tight down the middle here. Nope, he goes off the left also. We got 4 bags on the left side of the board. One's down in the middle. Flop shot, maybe? Nope. Lay it up on the side. 6-3 right now. Got 1 bag left. Airmail drag possibility is there. He doesn't. He goes sticky. He goes slick side for the push. Gets 1 to fall. The bag that he threw turned over and set on the back side of the board for a 6-6 wash. Score is still 16-16. Haley Davidson with the first bag, throwing those center believer bags. Because we're all sinners until we're not. And then we're believers. Got a little V block about level 1. Jeremiah comes in right behind it. Still leaves her an opportunity to get around his bag. She ends up kicking left. Slick-sided 2-for-1 pushes. probably what he's going to do. He's got it loaded up, lets it fly. Perfect shot. Didn't get him to fall, but nothing else is going in unless those do. Haley could go slick side and bully his one bag out of the way. She goes sticky side, doesn't get it to go. It's a big number. This could be a chance for the game here. She's got 3 bags, and he makes this right here. Well, he didn't make it. I think he might have knocked one of each. Haley comes in behind and kind of forces him to make a shot. She's got a 6. He can airmail drag and win the game. Let's see what he does. He goes up top, lands about, I don't know, about 27 feet, skips over, flops on its side. 16-16 is the score. John's got a chance to get some points there. 2-for-1 push, gets another one of Terry's to go with it, though. He's on pace for a 12. Terry ends up with a 10. And he throws it off to the left, off the side. What a disappointing round. That makes it 17-16 with that 10-9 round. You can tell he didn't like that. It went left right out of his hand. Haley's first bag is a little bit short to the right. Jeremiah tries to go around it. Got it to go. Kind of tough angle for him with that right to left cut shot. He made it work, though. Good looking shot right there by Jeremiah. Jeremiah locked things up. She back blocked for an 8. Now it scores 8-7. He's got 1 bag left. You know, he's got that really good right to left cut shot, but I'm not sure that his angle, he can get around her bag and push his bag that's sitting there on the sticky side. I'm not sure if it'll get it to go or not. There's the cut. That was the cut and roll, and it was beautiful. 10-8 round. Jeremiah Aguirre. 18-17, lead change. John Reyes with the first bag. Terry with a cut shot attempt. Lock things up. He's down the middle. That's all you want. You really want your bag in front, in the middle. It's manageable at that point. He tried a little flop roll shot. It ugly in the air. When it landed, it flopped, but just didn't have enough momentum to get it going. That bag right there kind of knocked one of Terry's in. So now it's 7-5. He can put it on the board for a 3 spot. Haley's wanting him to make it to end the game. He goes up top. Airmail did not convert. Bounced off the back for a 7-5 round. It's 2 points for Haley and Terry. It makes the score 18-17. Haley's first bag is up and in. second bag of hers is out. Outside the rim of the hole. Locks them up. That's a good strategic bag right there by Haley. It forces Jeremiah to make a shot here. Let's see what he does. He goes roll shot, skip it, did not convert. Haley could go slick side between the two bags and possibly grab one of them to go. Just like that. Good pickup by Haley Davidson with the score 19-18. That may be the game. He's got to make a bag and drag one with it or knock hers off or something. He tried to make it happen, but it did not. 21-18 is the game. Haley and Terry get the win. And then we'll see what's coming up next. Zach Harris, Gavin Mullen, Clayton Powell, and Reef Woodson when we come back.
All right, folks, we got a good little matchup here. Zach Harris, Gavin Mullen, Clayton Powell, Reef Woodson. Looks like Reef and Clayton throwing the center cornhole commandments. And Zach and Gavin throwing the Apex Cornhole Predators. Got Trinity Miller's boyfriend ACL Pro Zach Harris. Gets to the left by Clayton, leaving the door open for Zach. Oh, leaves it a little left. Chance to sneak in here for a wash. Oh, leaves it a little short. Right beside us here on court number 3, we have another Apex sponsored athlete, Cody Brooks, playing with his partner, Corey Gann. That's court 3. Not a bad back block. I think he was trying to probably roll, go through it. Not bad, not bad. Leaves it a little short. Collectible. Zach collects it for him. I think he was going to try to bully there. (12-12) wash. Leaves it a little right. Not really in Gavin's lane. We'll see. Comes up short. Just leaves it. Looks like he tried to kind of hug his bag over there, bully it as he went through. A back block. Nice back block. Doesn't quite get the roll over. You can almost go. Coming at it for a roll. I think he can. Zach's calling for a hard push here. Gavin Mullen coming a little low. Let's see if he can collect. What a very nice bag. Absolutely gorgeous.
right. Back on the mic, T Sparks. Coming to you live from Signature Series number 3 from Mesquite, Texas. Picking up mid-match, open bracket rounders. Zach Harris and Gavin Mullen, I believe. Gavin versus Clayton Powell and Reef Woodson. Zach and Gavin currently with a 7-3 lead. Reef and K Money. Clayton Powell with first bag, throwing the Magic Edition center cornhole bags. I believe that is the Cahill Isom bag versus the Apex Summits. Zach, what bag are y'all throwing? The Apex Predator, orange and black, versus the center cornhole. I don't know which bag that is. Probably the Greed or the Command. I don't know which one that is. Clayton, which bag you throwing? Elvis? It's the Magic Edition Elvis, the big center Elvis. Become a very popular bag after Chase Lester and Cale Harrell won with it last month in Irving, Texas. All right. Zach and Gavin grab 2 in first bag. That's ACL Pro Zach Harris. Dude's got game. He doesn't get talked about enough. Dude has game and does not get talked about enough. That one's going to be a little high and outside on the left-hand side. It's not coming back. Little K Money with the Elvis bag. That's in. Zach's going to put his third one in. These little kids, whew, just ripping those bags. Zach's going to finish with a 10, taps his chest, says, my bad. And K Money's going to, I thought he was going to let him off the hook. But K Money with an easy game 4-bagger to go ahead and snag 2 more points. Change first bag. All right. That's a beautiful bag by Reef Woodson. Gavin just works right through it. Reef a little short and left. That's not going to be in play unless something ridiculous happens. Gavin smashes that one in the back of the hole. Reef leaves another one short. Gavin, he's going to roll. No, he's going to cut around that. It wasn't a roll. Didn't touch much. Reef's got it on the other slick side of the bag. Slings it 26 foot 2 inches, which doesn't count. Oh, and Gavin with a beautiful cut shot. That's going to be 12 on 5. That's a big 7-point round for Gavin and Zach Harris. Zach Harris said they're throwing the Apex Predators. Orange and black. Clayton's going to back block, kind of leave them side by side. Zach flips it over on slick side, takes both bags, leaves his block there. Clayton back blocks it. Zach doesn't step out, but that's probably because, never mind. Uncharacteristically throws that one off the back. I personally would have stepped out a little bit, but I'm left-handed, giving myself a better angle. K Money, I think he's going to try to push through both of these. It looks like he's got it on slick side, and he does, and he takes all 3. It's a huge slide shot for K Money, and Zach's going to leave it left. He's going to give him some points. That's going to be a 12 on 7. He's going to get back that 5 that he just gave up, that his partner gave up 7. He's going to get back 5 of it. All right. Reef taps his chest, says, look at me. Look at me. Oh, Reef. Oh, there you go. Reef connects, readjusts, gets a nice high bag flight. Gavin leaves his way left and out of play. Reef's got 1 foot in the water there. Gavin Gavin's second bag left again. Reef's going to have an opportunity to cut around all this. That Elvis has got 3 legs in the water now, and he's got definitely control of this round. Gavin needs to make something happen here. It's a good shot, pushes up into those bags, kind of stalls out the opportunity for just a huge flush for Reef. Slick side, takes them all. Big powder keg push for old Reef. Woodson's going to snag some points here. Gavin needs to go in to limit it to 4, and that's what he does. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we got a brand new ball game. Got a brand new ball game. 16-14. Clayton Powell leaves a nice block out there. Zach Harris knows what to do with that. He sees that a lot of that in the ACL. K-Money kind of rolls over the pile. Zach, flop attempt, roll attempt with the Predator. He's going to leave that outside. K-Money, he had a nice 3-bag push the last round. Looks like, no, he's going to go up and over the pile. So I'm going to leave that for you to deal with. And Zach, oh, man. Zach pushes up into all the bags. That 3-bag pile is now a 4-bag pile. And K-Money still stepping over the line, young man. Need to figure that out. Oh, Zach slide. Oh, it fell. It fell. Holy smokes. Woo. That's a wash, boys. Oh, even Jason Andrews saying 10-8. Oh, man, I disagree with that. Oh, maybe he kicked the board. Maybe he kicked the board. I saw that as 10-10. Oh, he did? Oh, okay. These young pranksters. All right, Reef leading out with that Magic Edition. Elvis. Nice bag by Gavin, throwing that Predator. He's going to get a little help, create a little lane for Gavin Mullen. Good bag by Gavin. Avoids the bag on the left, uses the bag on the right. That's how you do it. Good bag by Reef to push up into everything. Slick side. Oh, big 3-bag collect for Mr. Reef Woodson. Gavin flips the bag over, and he's looking at collecting his 1 bag. Oh, man. That's so unfortunate. That's going to be a wash. Okay, Money. First bag in the hole. Zach's a little to the right, or excuse me, to the left. K-Money says, I'm going to take away that lane that you're trying to get to. And Zach hits a big roll with the Predator right over the pile. K-Money definitely's got an angle here. Angles that bag. Doesn't really work. I think Zach's going to throw the same shot, and he sure as hell does. He's executed it to perfection 2 times in a row. And K-Money gonna go ahead and get a 2-for-1 push. Uh-oh. Oh, and snag 2 points. All right, we've got a Lassiter Plumbing lead change. Clayton Powell and Reef Woodson up 2. Beautiful first bag by Reef Woodson. Got 1 foot in the water. Gavin's going to replace it, gives Reef something to look at now. Boy, these guys are little slingers. These guys just sling that bag all over the place. Oh. Flop coming from Gavin. Ends up on the outside, but he can still get that. Reef puts his next bag outside. He's going to have some trouble picking this up. And that's a good pickup. I think he has to go after this. And he missed it. And that's going to be game. Reef, Woodson, and Clayton Powell come back from a pretty sizable deficit to beat Gavin Mullen and Zach Harris, 21-16. And we will be on to the next match, where we will have Kyle Francis and Fletcher Johnson versus Blake Holly and Jeremy Beeson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the action. This is Trey Sparks, one of the voices of TCL, coming to you live from Signature Series number 3 in Mesquite, Texas. We got Kyle Francis and Fletcher Johnson on the left throwing the blue OC Kratos versus Jeremy Beeson and Blake Holly throwing the Throwing Stones Minnow 2.0s. Rips it. Kyle Francis with a 3-for-1 push leaves his in perfect block position. Jeremy goes ahead and pushes all of them in, and they're going to give up 2. Old Jeremy Beeson letting the bags do the talking this weekend. He's not much of a talker. He always lets the bags do the work. Fletcher throws a grenade off the left side of the board. We've got a couple blocks and back block. Fletcher, and he throws another grenade. This one's off the back of the board. Uncharacteristic for Fletcher. This is the first time I've ever seen Fletcher shaking his head no. Fletcher's usually a pretty positive guy. Looks like it's going to be a 6-on-4 round. We're going to tie it up at, never mind. Looks like it was a wash. Maybe I missed a back. Kyle Francis leading out. That blue Texas Rangers Kratos puts it in the hole, and Jeremy Beeson follows him right in. This is when these guys make my job pretty easy. Hole for hole. Bunch of bags going in. Jeremy leaves it high and outside. Probably not coming back. Kyle Francis with another 12. He started off pretty hot. Jeremy gets a 10. He's going to give up 2 more. They're going to double that lead. It's now 4-0. It's now 4-0. Fletcher Johnson, that big frame, rockets it off the back. That's 3 grenades for Fletcher in his last 5 bags. He's going to adjust that arm sleeve a little bit. Actually, he adjusted the non-throwing arm sleeve, which is interesting. Blake's going to set a back block since he's up 1 bag in the round, unless Fletcher goes big fly and changes the dynamics. And that one has the possibility of being a grenade as well. Blake, unfortunately, gets a huge kick off of his blocked minnow and throws a grenade himself. Back right. Neither one of those bags are coming back. I don't know if the board vibrations are going to knock that Kratos off or not. And he goes big fly. Another one off the back. Fletcher has thrown half of his bags off the board in the last 2 rounds. Extremely uncharacteristic. Blake Holly goes ahead and deposits 1 into the seats as well. And that's a huge 4-4 wash. Big ol' 4-4 wash. So, Fletcher says, you know what, I'm going to put this hat on backwards, and I'm going to put it in go mode and get in the backpack of Kyle Francis. Kyle puts his first one in the hole. Jeremy puts a nice block out there, give him something to look at, and wouldn't you know, Francis leaves one high and outside. Now he leaves one high and outside on the other side. Jeremy Beeson letting his bags do the talking. Kyle's going to finish up with an 8. And Jeremy Beeson going to finish up with a big Tex. Hit him with the binoculars, baby. Let's go. And just like that, we got a brand new ball game. No grenades in that round. All the bags either in the board or on the hole. Blake Holly comes out with a bag in the hole. Fletcher follows him. Blake a little short and left. Fletcher creates a lane. Both these guys put their bags in their lane. Oh, Blake didn't commit on that one. Fletcher did commit. Put his bag in the hole and brought his closer. Blake tried a reverse cut and left it short. And Fletcher tried to get skinny. He didn't throw a 10 on 5. He's going to get 5 more. Well, we got some big numbers in this game so far. Some big numbers in this game so far. Some 4s and 5s rocking. All right. Kyle Francis, first bag. In. Jeremy Beeson. In. Kyle Francis, high and outside. Jeremy Beeson right down the pipe, letting the bags do the talking. Kyle's got one all but in. He's got to go get it, and he knocks it in. And that's gonna be a 10 on 8, 2 points for the right side, cutting into that lead. It's 9-6. That's gonna give Blake Holly the first bag. Give Blake Holly the first bag. He's usually gonna come with a block. Okay, that's why I'm up here and he's down there. He's not gonna block. He's got an extremely effective block and roll game that he's sometimes uses. So far he's 2 in and Fletcher 0 in. And that one has a possibility of, let's see, he's just gonna, okay, he's gonna sit on top. He's gonna finish with an 8. Fletcher's gotta make something happen. I don't know what he's gonna do here. He's got an odd bag flight for this shot. And yeah, he's gonna throw a 4. 8 on 4, that's another 4 points. Again, we got big rounds. A lot of lead changes. Jeremy Beeson takes that first minnow, deposits it into the back of the hole. Kyle Francis has switched to single bags in the hand instead of holding all 4, trying to slow himself down. It's an interesting method to switch to during the game because, in my opinion, you get used to throwing with bags in your opposite hand, and then you go to throwing as if it's the 4th bag every time, which is probably smart. Uh-oh. Rips it left. And we got some points coming. That's going to be a Jeremy Beeson easy game 4-bagger. Show them the binoculars, baby. Can anyone see those bags? Because I can't. Here we go. All right. And here come. Nope. Still not going to play the block game yet, I guess. I know it's coming at some point. Fletcher is switched to throwing slick side only. Okay. No more grenades for Fletcher. It's a big high arching one. It's a good back block by Jeremy Beeson. Fletcher rolls up on top, and we're going to wash 8s. We're going to wash 8s. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined back in the booth by the other voice of TCL, Johnny the Wizard Seymour. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, thanks, man. What we got going on here?
All right, let me set the scene for you. We've had a lot of grenades off the board by Fletcher. We've had massive round lead changes, a lot of 5s, a lot of 4s. And so far, Blake Holly and Jeremy Beeson are getting the better of it. And then just as I say that, he rips one off the back. He's going to finish the round off with a 9.
Yeah, a little 8-8, 10-9 round. Kyle Francis got a point. Looks like it's 12-10.
Fletcher has been throwing predominantly slick side since he threw those 4 grenades. He threw 4 grenades in 8 bags a couple rounds back.
Oh, my gosh.
And he switched to throwing the other side of the bag.
You know, like I mentioned earlier, he was on a game earlier. He's always has been a slick, fast bag thrower. And these Kratos are they don't seem a good match for him, you know.
Yeah, it's a weird. Yeah, he throws the Hades better. His Hades better. But that's an easy game 4-bagger, and we're tied at 12s. Back and forth in this action. Kyle Francis. He just went a little right. Jeremy with his right to left bag is going to go right around that. Reverse cut. Zoop. Oh, and Francis leaves one on the other side of the hole. And Jeremy says, he went for the and one, but didn't get it. Odd time to go for an and one, Johnny. Well, let's see if Kyle can right the ship. Leaves another one outside. Jeremy's going to lock it. Well, I thought he was going to lock it up, but ended up following it in. And Kyle's going to throw an 8, and Jeremy's going to get 2 here. Good bags by Jeremy Beeson to come back and score a couple points. Got a good crowd today. Doubles is always a packed house. They're waiting for the finals. It's about 12 hours away.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's Saturdays are a busy day. I mean, there's a lot of activity going on. People right now we're in open pool play. Blake Holly and Jeremy Beeson. Blake throwing the minnow. Left one a little bit, 2 of them on the left-hand side. Fletcher's going to step out with that slick-sided Kratos and sends it right down the middle of the board. A good little skip shot by Blake, finishes with an 8. See if Fletcher can push these in, get him a 2-for-1 push, and he did. Good shot by Fletcher Johnson. Makes it that's a 10-8 round. Makes the score 14-14.
Yeah, ever since his game's changed since he flipped the bag.
Really?
Yeah. All right, Kyle Francis starts that round off with his first bag in the hole, followed up by Mr. Beeson. He is not the better Beeson. His wife is definitely the better Beeson.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Fletcher went back-to-back 4s.
Yeah.
First 2 rounds.
Uh-oh. Not sure why he stepped out there. Jeremy just pounding the hole with his minnow. An easy game 4-bagger for Jeremy Beeson. Can anybody see those bags? I can't see them. Let's go.
Let's go.
Shout out to all those people doing 4-bagger dances. You are the real MVP. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I've waited 17 rounds to say Blake Holly has thrown a block. And look at there. He's got a better roll game than Fletcher does.
Fletcher threw that bag kind of sticky side, I thought.
He did.
And he, like you say, he had been throwing slick side past few rounds after kind of struggling earlier throwing it slick side. He turned it over, and now he's gone back to sticky side, and they got him jammed up. Blake's going to step out. Slick side push, no luck there. Nothing working on that one. Back high of the hole is open if anybody wants to take a chance on an airmail.
Reverse cut, slick side.
Yep, that was a pretty shot to get one of them to go, right?
Yeah, and leave the other 2 there. Oh, they're going to call timeout. This is a pivotal point in the game. And we're going to take it with them real quick. All right, they've talked about it. Let's see what the decision is, and that's a layup. Not in the original sense. You're not going to get 2 points for a layup.
Yeah, you're giving up 2 in that sense. As a.
All right, we're coming into the closing portion of this game, the final moments. 18-14. Kyle leaves it left. Jeremy says, okay, I'm going to block that. Oh, Kyle rips it. Now he's got 2 on the outside. Both of those bags are available to drag, though. He almost made me sound like I knew what I was talking about. Uh-oh.
He doesn't need to go for this. He just needs to go in.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know if he was going to try to airmail and drag it or not.
I'm on 27, Johnny Seymour. I will be right back.
Let's go. Yeah, I didn't know if Kyle was going to try to drag that with an airmail, but get greedy. But he was pretty smart, and he just went in, took the 2 points. It's 18-16. Blake's bag is off to left a little bit. Fletcher follows him over there. He's not happy. He kind of takes a break, walks away, resets. He knew he had a chance to score a couple points there. And he let Blake off the hook. Lofts his bag up high. Nice spin revolution on that bag. Blake gives that bag come a little bit closer. He may get 2 points out of this. Fletcher locks him up. If he can split these to get both of them to go, that'll be the ball game. See if Blake can get this to work. He needs to go slick side, really. Let's see what he does. He's going sticky side. Firm. Gets him to go. What a shot by Blake Holly. Unfortunately, one of Fletcher's went with it for only 2 points, but he had a chance to get 4. Nevertheless, the score is 20-16 with Jeremy Beeson leading things off. It's a one-bag game. This is open doubles pool play. Blocker, a flat block, level 1. It does get Beeson something to think about, but he lays up behind him, kind of back blocks, forces Kyle to make a decision. Kyle goes firm really hard, kicks off to the right. I don't think that's what he was wanting. Another back block by Jeremy. Now Kyle can go slick side or a firm, just like that, a firm sticky side. Got it to go. Now Jeremy's in a bind. Possibility of giving up a couple points unless he can make a shot here. He goes reverse cut. This game can be tied if this goes in. He got it to go. Kyle Francis, what a shot with a 10-6 round. Makes the score 20-20. We're a one miss bag away from deciding this game with Fletcher Johnson, the Tyler, Texas guy. I think originally he spent some time living in Minden, Louisiana. Blake's bag is short right. Hate to say it, y'all, but a 4-bagger wins it for Fletcher and Kyle. Now he locks him up. Perfect bag by Fletcher. Fletcher's got a chance to step out and still has an angle. Blake's got to make a shot. Fletcher makes this bag right here. It's a ball game. Goes slick side, high arching, ball's in, bag is in, ball's in, everything's in. 10-8 at the best. He's going to have to make a shot here. He's going to step out and try to make something happen. See if Blake can make that minnow do something. He's going slick side. He's asking Jeremy for some help, what he thinks, but he's got to be really, really creative. He didn't get it to go, but that one did. That's the ball game. Jeremy and Kyle get a win, 21-20 in a pretty good game there. Next up, we got Anthony Chapa, Matt Martinez, Brennan Bennett, and Grant Upchurch coming up in the open pool play. Let's see where we're at on some of the standings. Rylan Matthews and Caleb Franklin are 3-0 in their pool. They're leading that one. Kyle and Fletcher are 3-1, tied with Scott Beck and Xander Green in their pool play. I don't see anything other that's really standing out. Well, Grant Upchurch and Brendan Bennett are 0-3. Wow. They're playing Anthony Chapa and Matt Martinez. They're 0-4. Not a good day for Upchurch and Bennett. Zane Thompson and Tyler Vasquez are leading that at 3-0. Cale Harrell and Chase Lester are 3-1. Levi Haddock and Tanner Gibson are 4-0. A lot of unusual people having a lot of success today, people that don't normally lead their pool play. We'll see how things go in the bracket play, but Anthony Delgado and Juan Pantoya are leading Joe Sharkey and David Sains in their pool play. In other scores, Zach Harris and Gavin Mullen are beating Rylan Matthews and Caleb Franklin 18-0. Josh Murdock and Bryson Good, Stuart Foster and Joe Arrington are early on at 2-3 early on. Now we got Matt Martinez throwing against Grant Upchurch. Matt Martinez and him are throwing the dreads. And Anthony Chapa is going to be throwing against Brendan Bennett, sporting the Young Guns edition of the center jersey. Grant's throwing a Hunt County Baggers jersey. Yeah, both these guys are looking for their first win. This has been a tough morning of pool play for these guys. See if I can figure out. Looks like they're throwing Grant and Brennan are throwing the center Elvis back, or big center Elvis. The down and backs continue. Got a pretty good game going on court number 1 that's about to start. Matt Morris and Ty Thompson are matched up against Justin Burton and Peyton P. Money Lopez. Trying to see what the standings are in their pool play. Looks like Justin and Peyton are 4-0. Matthew and Ty are 2-1. So Matthew and Ty need a win here. We're dabbing things up here at court number 2 with Grant Upchurch, Brendan Bennett going against Joe Boo Martinez. Locks him up. Grant's got 2 bags off to the right. Throws a blocker in Matt's lane. Matt probably needs to lay up and take his points, and that's what he does. He locks Grant up. Grant's going to go up top. Airmail didn't get it to go. It's a little bit short. Kicks off for a 3. Matt does a roll shot. Didn't get it to go. One of Grant's went in for an 8-5 round. 3 points for Matt Martinez. Check that. It was 8-7. Anthony Choppa's first bag is short left. Brendan's first bag is long right. Anthony turns it over on the slick side, and that slides in. Brendan's goes off to the right. Another slick-sided bag by Anthony goes in. There's one that goes in for Brendan. And it's like that's a 10-8 round. 2-1 is your score. Check that. 3-1 is your score. 3-0. I'll get it right. Good googly woogly. Score on the tower back behind players on the other end is turned around. Grant, those bags look an awful lot alike when they're down the other end. It's really hard to tell whose bag is who. Airmail by Grant Upchurch is good. Slick-sided push by Joe Boo. Went towards the hole. Grant goes slick side. Tries to collect all of them. Didn't get them to go. Got a 10-8 round. Makes the score 3-2. Grant get things on the board for his team. See if Brendan Bennett can get his shot down. He's been kind of fighting the last round or so. And there's another one that's kind of short right. Anthony goes in behind him. Brendan's going to step out, rock back, let her fly, throws off to the right. Didn't like that at all. Anthony let him off the hook, gave him an angle. If he stepped out a little bit more, he'd have a better angle, but he stays where he's at. Goes slick side, clogs up that hole that was open there. Anthony be Bell advised to lay up, and he ends up going for it. Knocks in one of Brendan's bag. Those bags look an awful lot alike. Slick-sided effort, didn't get it to go. That's a 6-5 round right now. Joe Boo's trying to get a better angle to figure out what he wants him to do. He says put it right there, points to the board where he thinks he wants it to go. No. Back block by Grant. Flop and roll by Jobu, almost went. It ends up going deep. Grant's airmail attempt was deep, went off the back. Another flop and roll shot. Bounces off to the right. Airmail by Grant is good. Again, these bags look very similar on the other end down there. They got different slow sides, so that's how I kind of tell what is what, but it's very difficult for me to tell. Score's 3-3. Chopper goes slick side. It's like Brendan's kind of gotten his stroke back. Back block. Brendan goes up and almost got it to curl in. He's got an 8-5 as we look. Chopper goes up. Didn't get it to go far enough. Scores 5-3. Over on court one, Matthew and Ty are leading 8-0 over P Money and Justin Burton in their pool play game. Justin Burton and P Money are 4-0. Matthew and Ty are 2-1. Bunch of bags on the board. A really dirty game here so far. Score is 5-5. We got a tie score. And after 7 rounds, Grant and Matt are both throwing 6-5. Brendan and Anthony are throwing 7-3. So that tells you how dirty this game has been so far. Slick-sided effort by Choppa. Gets his bag that was in the front end. 2-for-1 push by BB. It's a Big Tex here in Texas. TCL, that's what we call them, Big Texas. Sponsored by Easy Game 4-bagger. Makes the score 7-5, Upchurch and Bennett. Upchurch's first bag. Short left block flat, level 1. Curl around, get around shot by Jobu was just a little bit to the right. The bag's kind of in the hole. 2-for-1 push effort by Grant. Clogs it up. See if Matt went slick side, tried to get a bunch of action. He didn't throw in the bag that he threw, went off the back. Grant's got a chance at a number here. At best, a 5 spot. Grant finishes with an Easy Game 4-bagger. Jobu finishes with a 7 for a 12-7 round. Makes the score 12-5, Bennett and Upchurch. Both of these teams have not won in their pool play yet, so they're both looking for a first win. You know, one of the things that Grant does, he wins a lot of SIG events and state tournaments and stuff like that by playing with really good players, but he takes a SIG every now and then and plays with somebody you wouldn't expect him to play with. Now, I'm not saying that Brennan's not a great player, but he's not an elite top-level type player, but he's really, really good, and Grant plays with guys like that and does really well with them. You know, he played with Stuart Foster whenever Stuart wasn't playing his best a year or so ago. He played with Daniel Benson. He's played with guys like that. I say he's played with Daniel. Maybe he hadn't, but you know, he's just, that's what Grant does. He likes to play with different players. Airmail waif downtown, bang by Grant Upchurch. He's got Jobu rolling here. Push shot coming. No, he goes airmail. Left it a little short, but it went in. It was effective. Jobu's going to go up top, try to grab it, bounces off. This could be a pretty pivotal round here. Grant goes 2-for-1 push, didn't get it to go, but he didn't knock one of Jobu's off. He's got I think Grant's looking at a 10. Jobu's looking at a 3. That's the ball game. That's a 10-7 round. That should do it, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. It was 10-6. Whatever it was, the score is 20-5. I can't remember. I said those bags look awful. They all look the same. It's hard for me to tell what's what down there, the end down there. Back blight by Choppa. Bennett immediately steps far right. Slick side went too far to the left. He didn't like that from the get-go. He still got that same shot here. Collect this bag for a 2-for-1 push, but he goes sticky side, real firm. Does the replacement, which was nice. Still got his hold control. Choppa throws his bag on the slick side. He goes off the board. That might do it, y'all. That's the new ball game. Right now it's 5-1, I think. Yeah, that's it. That's the ball game. Upchurch and Bennett get the win. Choppa and Matt are going to be relegated to Tier 2, it looks like. Levi, Haddock, Tanner Gibson, Juan Silva, and Philip Sauceda are coming up. Over on court number 1, 16-2 is the score. In round number 10, Matt Morris and Ty Thompson, 16-2. Over there on court number 58, early on, Cale Harrell and Chase Lester are up 8-2 over Zane Thompson and Tyler Vasquez. Kyle Francis and Fletcher Johnson are up 12-10 over Tracy Beeson and Denise McAvoy. Anthony Delgado, Juan Pantoya III, 19. Josh Haleman, Johnny Guevara, 15. Other notables, Eric Keithley and Zeb Smith, 20-10 over Edgar Cardenas and Ernest Monarca. Joel Infante and Victor Alday, 6-2 over Scott Beck and Xander Green. But here we got Tanner Gibson, Levi Haddock, against Juan Silva down here on this end. Juan is a player. He's been fun to watch past year or two. Tanner Gibson plays out of the Texarkana area a lot. Just recently started playing a lot of TCL events, big tournaments. They're throwing an original old school center green bag is what it looks like. Yeah, Levi Haddock's been on a tear here lately. He won a singles tournament at the Tin Cup a week or so ago. Been throwing really, really well. He beat Sammy Soto pretty comfortably, if I remember right. Philip Sauceda and Warner throwing the Bag Brokers Gambler. It's a real popular bag that Mason and John Terry came out with. It's a faster bag. It's real forgiving. And really, really good around the hole. A lot of guys like that bag. It melts around that hole a lot. We'll see what happens. They're doing it down and back. I imagine they're going to fire things up here shortly.
All right, Johnny Seymour. I use your wizardry to win that last game for us. We're 2-1 in the rounders.
I don't know what you mean by that. There's no such thing as wizardry.
Oh, I beg to differ. What do we got going on here?
Man, we got some down and backs.
Oh, this is the guy that throws the other spin bag.
The reverse spin.
Oh, you weren't here yesterday to see that. So the guy down there throws it.
It spins differently.
Yes.
That's Philip Sauceda.
Yes. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a tricky throw.
Yes.
I've tried to do that. It's pretty ugly.
So instead of coming back and going this way, it's almost going this way.
Yes.
That's incredible.
That's insane.
That's incredible.
Incredible. Is that what you're going with? Incredible.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's a lot of syllables. You got to remember, I am from Louisiana. I live in East Texas. Simplify things a little bit for me. Help me out, dog.
Dumb things down. Is that what you mean?
Oh. Hey, they're starting.
Holy cow! We got an ass whooping over here on 3.
Yeah, they're putting it on them like nobody's business. Juan Silva throwing the bag broker's gambler.
Of course he is.
Against Tanner Gibson throwing a center lust, which I think is.
That's the greed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It is a center greed. I think that's what it is, a greed. It's a slower bag for Tanner, but I guess he likes it. He makes it work.
Well, he threw the center greed yesterday in singles.
Yeah.
He's got that whip.
He does whip it, doesn't he?
Whip it good, whip it real good. Dun, 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 dun. That's your era.
Who sang it?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. Salt and Pepper?
No,
Oh.
Devo.
Oh, the same band?
Devo.
Really?
D-E-V-O, whip it.
So
Whip it right. Whip it done. Da.
So you're telling me Salt and Pepper covered it?
If that's
Push it real good.
Oh, that's not whip it. That's push it.
Oh,
Let's
sounds like
let's
this.
get, let's get our lyrics correct here. Whip it and push it.
Whip it, push it real good.
One of them is done by yourself, and one of them is done with someone. Thank you very much. Yeah, we starting out. Juan and Philip are up 2-0. Levi Haddock left a couple of them out there. 2 more points for Juan and Philip. It's 4-0. Juan Silva.
He was a teammate of mine last year.
A little level
on
1
TBB.
flat block.
He's a great player out of West Texas. That's
Forced a mistake by Tanner. Didn't convert the push. Another one to the left. Another one to the right. But they are in the military here. 2-for-1 push by Silva. Does get a bag to go. It's 8-3 right now. Tanner's going to do a little right to left. Cut on the slick side. Got the reaction he wanted didn't work. 8-0.
all right. Let's see what Philip can do. Throwing the reverse cut all the time. Oh, young up-and-comer out of East Texas, old Levi Haddock. The kid's a stud. Wow, it's so interesting.
Why would you do that? I mean, what makes you? I'm gonna try throwing it this way. Make it spin that way.
I really have no idea.
Yeah, I can't explain that.
Well, it's a different feel. It's a different groove.
Have you ever bowled? Bowled? Play the game, bowling?
Yeah.
You know how you come out of the ball and the ball spins? It comes with the way it comes out of your hand, it has a rotation
Correct.
like this. Well, some people will do what they call is a backup ball, and they'll come out this way, and they'll force it to spin that way.
Sure.
That's kind of the same
Absolutely,
concept here.
It is.
It's weird.
Mine's backwards because I'm lefty, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. He's got to rip that greed and still didn't get there.
Yeah, he's throwing it. That's what I'm saying. That bag seems to be slow to me for him to choose that bag to throw with, but maybe that's Levi's preference. Maybe, I'm not sure, but you just got to throw a little deeper. If the bag's playing, that one was fully loaded.
Grenade.
Man,
Juan Silva pulled the pin.
That had a lot of dynamite in that one. It went way right from his hand. It's like Tanner got some points, 3 of them, makes the score 8-5. Levi's going to step way out. Left it short. Didn't have enough on that one for sure. Phillips got one off to the left. Levi finishes with a big tags, easy game 4-bagger. 2 more points for Levi and Tanner, makes the score 8-7.
Sorry about that. Just got tapped on the shoulder by my boys, Papa and son Wisham, who I've picked as my social team
What?
in the
Draft?
fantasy draft. Yeah.
Really?
So he threw a 3.9 his first game, and they decided to switch bags. Ended up throwing a 7.7 and then an 8.9 his second and third games.
Bag change made the difference, huh?
Yeah, I recommended that they stayed with those bags, and he agreed.
Did you?
I did.
You don't miss much on your recommendations, do you?
Nope.
That's outstanding.
Hey, I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I got an edge on me.
You may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but you ain't ugly, right?
That's right.
Something like that.
Not a chance. All right. We got a bunch of games going. Up next on lane number 3, we got the Cowboy, Ty Thompson, and his partner, Matthew Morris, versus Ty Trevino and Q Cohee. Q is a baller with those bags.
He is, isn't he?
He is a phenomenal cornhole player.
Out of Oklahoma, I believe.
He is. I'm lucky enough to have him on the Throwing Stones team with us. He's a beast. All right. Whew. It's dangerous with that gambler landing that deep.
Phillips got one over here out of play over here, way out of play. Matter of fact, it's off the board.
Grenade ski.
Yeah, that B-52 just took the runway and ran all the way off of it. Levi steps way out, goes slick side, tries to get that push, did get it to go. It's like a 6-4 round. Levi and Tanner should get a couple more, makes the score 11-8.
11-8. Are they wearing an RKC jersey or is that RKO?
You know, I'm going to go RKC because that right part of the C doesn't have a thing coming down and making an O.
And it probably stands for cornhole, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to go Ratchet Club.
No, I know what it is.
It's not Ratchet Club?
Nope. One of the guys that helped us out on the live streams in Irving, I think it's Greg Price and Rick Ellis. They run Amarillo Cornhole, and it's Rillo Kings Cornhole. That's RKC.
That would make sense. It's got a crown over there, so that makes Rillo Kings Cornhole.
Yeah, I think they left the AMA off and just called it Rillo Kings Cornhole.
Well, I like that. That's kind of different.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah,
it's clever.
Yeah, that's real clever. I think Juan may have got some points on that one. He did. He got 4 of them. That's a 10-6 round. Makes it 12-11.
It's interesting the different styles of headphones we have on these two players. One right here, Tanner Gibson's got the plugs in his ear, and Juan Silva is wearing a pair that just sits just in front of the ear, doesn't actually go in the ear.
That looks like a modified trucker version. You know, I'm out on the road a lot. I see a lot of truckers, and they wear those kind of things like we're wearing with Mike sometimes. And I don't know if Juan's a trucker, but his are kind of different for sure.
Good bag.
On the other end, Levi and Phillip, they're just freewheeling it. They're playing to the beat of the music that's being played right now.
That's what happens when you throw sticky bags, ladies and gentlemen. So we had a score discrepancy on the last game that I was calling. Unbeknownst to myself, the young man kicked the board and the bag fell.
Oh, that's a trick.
And I didn't see that.
That's a trick that I've had for a long time. I've done that for many years.
No wonder you always get the bags. Now I know.
How do you know? I mean, I'm not any good. I got to do what I can. I mean, I've done that playing around before. You know, I'm just joking around. I've walked up, kind of kicked the board, see if the bag would fall, whatever, or knock it in or whatever, just joking around. But I didn't put the wrong score up. I just do it to be joking around.
Sure. Uh-oh. Wow. Doesn't get that bad of a kick. Juan's going to knock him in. Such a nice guy.
Man.
He's going to throw a 10. Tanner's going to pick up his 12. It's an easy game 4-bagger for Tanner Gibson. He's going to pick up a couple of points. We've got a Lassiter Plumbing lead change. All right. Young gun Levi Haddock plays out of the old East Texas barn there in the Tin Cup out of Campbell. Good follow through with that gambler. Levi was going to be on the Bag Brokers, and then he switched his allegiance to old Center Cornhole.
He
this
did?
season. Yeah.
This season?
Yes, sir. He could throw that gambler, boy.
Man, he's a player. I got matched up with him in a tournament one time, and I wasn't throwing very good. And I knew I wasn't throwing very good, and I apologized to him before the game started. I said, look, man, I'm really struggling. I'll do the best I can, but, man, don't expect much. And we went out. I was horrible. And he took it, he understood. He was cool about it. I just felt bad that I didn't help him out.
Sure.
This was several months, probably a year ago, man. It's been a long time.
He's a relatively newcomer on the scene to the Open Elite Division. But he's a stud.
He just recently won a singles tournament a couple weeks ago, beating Sammy Soto.
It's no small feat right there.
No, he did really well.
Shout out Sammy Soto. We miss you, brother. You one of our bangers here in TCL. We love it calling your games. Good luck today in Bryan, Texas is at the old ACL Regional. Good luck, sir. And you're on my fantasy team. You and Jackson Gore. So we'll see how that works out.
Levi was asking Tanner to do a step out a little bit and try to grab that bag. Let's see if he can keep it tight down the middle and get enough of it to bring it in with him. He goes slick side.
Oh,
man. He almost got it to come a little closer, didn't he?
He almost pulled the string and sent it off the back.
One steps way out. Plops it up there and throws it just about 3 inches short. Didn't get it to go. 15-12 in this pool play game in open doubles.
Is Miss Seymour coming today?
Negative. Last I talked to her, she said she was doing some work and doing some things around the house. She also made a trip to Sam's and got some things that were needed.
Very nice. Well, shout out to the absent, beautiful Betty Seymour. Wish you were here drinking vodka cranberries because we know Daniel Vinson would be feeding them to you.
Ooh, boy. Him and Corey Jones. A lot of times whenever we play at venues that have those bleachers, she'll sit up in those bleachers whenever she's out or just hanging out wherever and there's been times when a friend of ours that we know out in White Oak area named Corey Jones, I'll look up and I know that if Corey's around, Betty's going to have a drink in her hand.
Sounds like Corey saves you money.
Yeah, he does indeed, for sure.
All right, Tanner Gibson needs to pick up this bag. Oh, wow. Surprisingly, he gets in a little better position than I had anticipated. Juan tries to back block, but didn't get it where he wanted it. Tanner's probably going to flip this bag over. No, he's going to stay sticky. And he crosses the line. You can't do that, guys.
He did it, didn't he?
Yeah, but there again, people are scared to call it out on people, and I don't understand why. This is an opportunity for a big slick side push.
If he can keep it down the middle, keep it tight.
Absolutely. If he can keep it skinny.
He's got to do that. If he doesn't, it'll go off the back because he throws it pretty firm. That was what you were talking about right there. What a shot by Tanner Gibson.
And a big 4-bag drag for Tanner Gibson. That's going to be a big 4-point round.
Juan looked back to us and made a comment. That was pretty funny.
Wrong one.
Good looking shot by Tanner Gibson.
Yeah, that was
sure.
beautiful. This could be the demise right here.
That's not good because
Levi's just got to do Levi right now.
He's pretty good at throwing the bag down the middle.
Well, he gave him one.
That may do it, right?
Yeah, Phillip. Wrong time to have a bad round here.
He's got to be pretty creative here.
He sure does. Just lays up. It's going to be 8-4 round. Tanner Gibson and Levi Haddock are going to storm back and take this one 21-14 against Philip Saucedo and Juan Silva.
Yeah, that's a heck of a shot by Tanner Gibson.
Absolutely. And we are up on 34. I will be back.
Sounds good,
Wizard.
Man. Go out there and have some fun, bromance. I got Alex Ibarra, Mark Delagarza, Edgar Cardenas, and Ernest Monarca coming up on court 2 in the open doubles pool play. Things are starting to wind down a little bit. We're getting pretty deep in some of the games. Ty Trevino and Q Coey are playing Matthew Morris and Todd Thompson. Morris and Thompson are up 18-9. I'm going to look to see if I see. There's another good game. Levi Lechner, Chris Hobbs, 17 against Mason Vega and Austin Lopez, 17. Clayton Powell and Reef Woodson, a couple of young up-and-coming players, are beating Josh Murdock and Bryson Good 15-0. Josh and Bryson just not getting the bags go where they want them to go. Jeremy O'Connell and Derek Good are 4-0 in their pool play. Just kind of scrolling down, looking at some of the teams that are playing. Levi Haddock and Tanner Gibson are 5-0. They're going to advance to the Tier 1. Juan Silva and Philip Saucedo, that was their first loss. They're now 4-1. Cale Harrell and Chase Lester are 4-1. Justin Burton and Peyton Lopez are 4-1. Zach Harris and Gavin Mullen are 2-3. That's interesting. Kyle Francis and Fletcher Johnson are 4-1. In their first time to team up and play in the open division, David West and Luke Childress are 0-5. Stuart Foster and Joe Arrington. Yeah, that's right. Stuart Foster and Joe Arrington. They're 1-3 in their pool play. They used to be a lot of fun to watch. If you played against them, you didn't like playing against them, but those guys were very competitive. They were intense and loud, and they fed off each other and had a lot of success several years back. And they're getting the band back together for this weekend. Court 3, we got Grant Upchurch and Bennett against Keithley and Zeb Smith. Zeb Smith's been throwing really, really well the past year or so. He puts in his iPod. Earbuds, throwing a Throwing Stones bag. It's probably the Wizard. I can't tell. It's a black and red one. On Court 2 that I'm talking on, Ernest Monarca and Edgar Cardenas are up. They're playing Mark Delagarza and Alex Ibarra, who is in the finals of singles tonight, later on, against Justin Burton. Alex was a machine yesterday. Looks like Ernest and Edgar are throwing the Throwing Stones demon. Alex and Mark are throwing the jackpot. They're doing their down and backs. And should get started shortly. I've had some good battles with Edgar. He's a flat bag throwing son of a gun. I tell you, he throws a pretty flat bag. Lets her fly pretty good. And I think they're ready. They're going to talk about it. Ernest Monarca used to play baseball. He was a really good baseball player in his younger days, and now he works for the Postal Service. And Barr gets first bag. They spun him up. We're on our way. This pool play game, probably the last one for these guys. If not the last, they have one more. A back block by Monarca. Alex steps out, does a right-left cut shot, gets it to go with the carry. Good-looking shot there by Alex. Push attempt is not going to work for Monarca. He does get that clean up there on aisle 3. Back block. Airmail attempt. Bang! Downtown. What a shot by Ernest Monarca for the 10-10 wash. Mark's got one off. Edgar's got one off to the side. Another one off. It's kind of in front. Edgar's going to step out and see if he can get that throwing stone bag to cut across. He throws it flat back. It's hard for him to get anything to cut. But he tried to improve his angle a little bit. Made his bag, but so did he make one of Delagarza's. Score remains 2-0 after that 10-10 wash. Alex's first bag is off to the left. Cut shot by Monarca, really hit and cut really hard. He'll do the same thing he'll cut around that bag. That one did not cut. Should lock it up. He tried, left it way short, giving Alex an opportunity here. Slick side, didn't get it far enough down the board. Airmail attempt by Monarca was short. He got it to go. I think that was an 8-7 round. Should be, 3-0 is the score. Mark's first bag is short, right in Edgar's lane, but then Edgar throws a get-around shot, really nice. He'll keep it tight. As long as he can keep it tight, he'll keep it in. It'll go in the hole. Just like that. That bag just, once it gets close to the hole, it just melts in there. He tried to back block it. He didn't want it to go in. Didn't want to push one of Mark's in. It's 3-2 now with the 10-8 round there. Ernest Monarca with first bag. Sometimes Ernest gets some little right to left action. Last two bags have stayed straight to the right. So far, Alex hasn't been able to capitalize. Monarca kind of locks him up. See what he does here if he flops. Airmail. Got it. Airmail. Didn't get it to go. Here's another chance for an airmail and one for Alex. Monarca finishes with a 4 right as it speaks. Right now it's 5-4. Alex lets it fly. Throws an airmail, tried to get an airmail and one. Didn't get it to go, but he did get an 8-4 round. That's 4 more points for Alex Ibarra. 7-2. Mark's first bag right down the middle. He's got it stepping out a little bit. He's not next to the board. He stepped out a little bit. And that bag that he threw stayed left. That one did too. Good firm sticky side push, 2-for-1 push by Edgar. This goes in for an easy game 4-bagger. It's a 4 spot, 7-6. Give me just a second here, y'all.
Dustin Rivas, if you're not playing, come to the main stage. Dustin Rivas.
All right, folks, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to take care of some things. On court 2. Hold on. I've got some more stuff I got to take care of. Sorry about that. Be back shortly.
brackets will start at 3 p.m. 3 p.m.
All right, folks, I am back. I've had to take care of some things here, but I'm back, and we're going to jump in on this game right here that's going on at 17-13. This is a pool play game in the open doubles. Ernest Monarca and Edgar Cardenas are up 17-13 over Zane Thompson and Tyler Vasquez, sporting the JP3 center jersey. They got a timeout. Number 77, Ernest Monarca, is talking to his partner, deciding their strategies. Looks like Zane's got a bag sitting down here. It may be Monarca's bag. I'm not sure what the status is of this round is just yet, but we'll find out in just a moment. It was Monarca's bag. He's he's got some things bunched up down there. He's got to make a bag here. Let's see what he does. So he's stepping out a little bit, rocks back, lets her fly hard, and I don't think anything happened. Tyler was waving his hands side by side as if it was a wash. Score looks like it remains 17-13. And his first bag is down the middle. Looks like he's throwing a center bag. Yeah, he's throwing a center sloth. Slick-sided effort there, but unfortunately the bag that he had sitting on the back fell off for a 12-9 round. Makes the score, well, it must have been more off than that because they're walking down there like that's the ball game. 21-13, that's it. Edgar and Ernest get the win. Trevor Milok, Bryson Casimir, Jesse Gardner, and Landon Villarreal are up next. I'll be back with you shortly.